Okay, it's officially day 10, double digits, and I have the same breakfast as yesterday, like literally the exact same. So here's the macros. Here is my bread and my cheese, my 4 eggs, 84 grams egg whites, my yogurt bowl. This is the last of my blueberries, and then my 2 pieces of bacon. Yep, today I have class, so after this I'm gonna leave. I wanted to make oatmeal, but it kind of takes too long, so I'll just save it for later. For today, I have read, hit the gym and macros, stretch, do my homework that's due, or like my accounting homework. I think that's 4. Read, hit gym and macros. Oh, edit the video, so that's 5. I don't want to admit it, but I think I'm sick. I hope it's not true, but oh well, such is life. But yeah, hopefully I can find parking quick, and hopefully it's a good day. And I will see y'all when I'm eating my chicken and rice, which will probably be a short video because I don't like recording on campus, if you couldn't tell from the first time I did it. So I'll see you then. Okay, I don't know if y'all can hear me because there's some sort of a vent going on like right below me, but today has not been the best. It took me like 2 hours, not even 2 hours, like an hour to find parking though, which is still a shit ton of time. And I missed my first class because I thought it started at 11 and it started at 10. So I was literally sitting outside waiting for my class while my class was literally taking place. So, and then I asked my friend if they took notes, and then they said that they missed class as well. So yeah, we're fucking cooked today. But other than that, I got my first homework assignment done. My next class is in like 20 minutes, so I have to eat quick. But let me show y'all my chicken. It looks really good. But here's the macros, so I don't forget like last time. And yeah, I'll see y'all at home so I can discuss more things in peace and quiet. Okay, it's time for my oatmeal. I feel like oatmeal just comes after I read, like every day. So oatmeal time is like reading explanation time. But here's the macros. So today I read about Joseph being sold into Egypt by his brothers. This is just one of those stories that like I remember from like elementary and like middle school. Like you just heard as a child. I feel like it's like a popular one that people hear about. But basically, Jacob, obviously you know Jacob, settles in the land where his father sojourned. Don't know what that really means, but in the land of Canaan basically, and he has kids, and he has a son named Joseph, who's his favorite son. He's 17, and basically he gives his son this like long, colorful tunic basically, and his brothers just hate him because like he's like the favorite son. And he has this dream where like him and his brothers are like tending sheep in a field, and that his sheep like bows down to him, and then all the other 11 sheep like surround his sheep and then bow down to him. And so they hear that, and then they like hate him even more because of it, because they're like, what are we supposed to like bow to you as like king or whatever? And then after that he has another dream where I think, yeah, the sun, the moon, and 11 stars were all bowing to him. So he tells his brothers that, and they hate him even more. And then he tells that to his father, Jacob, or Israel. And his father kind of like thinks about it. So he's like, oh, so like me, your father, your mother, and your 11 brothers are supposed to bow to you. And then he kind of like ponders it in his mind, and he like takes it into account that like his brothers like don't like him for this basically. And so one day his brothers go off to tend the flock, or like tend Jacob's flock, or Israel's flock. And Jacob tells his son Joseph to go find his brothers and to basically like check up on them. So Jacob goes and he finds them, and then like as he's on his way to them, his brothers are like, you know what, bro, let's just kill him. Like, let's just slime him out right now, which is crazy. But basically one of their brothers is like, no, like let's not kill him. Like let's just leave him in this cistern and just like leave him there with no water, and just don't lay a hand on him, right? Let's not spill his blood. And so they do that, and then basically these like not Egyptians, but like I think Ishmaelites is what they're called. They come, and then they're just like, all right, let's just sell him, bro. Let's just sell him for, I think it was 20 pieces of silver. And yeah, 20 pieces of silver. So I'll put like whatever like the estimated amount of 20 pieces of silver is, but that's what they sold their brother for, which is crazy. I don't even know the amount, but like selling your brother for money, that's crazy. Into slavery. Anyways, so they take his tunic, and then they like kill a sheep. They dip the tunic in the blood, and they like they give it to a messenger, send it to his dad, and are like, is this like your son's tunic? Like basically to confirm that like he's dead, even though it's goat blood. And basically Jacob, Israel, finds out, and he's like, you know, obviously super depressed, super sad, and like all his children are trying to comfort him, but he like just doesn't care because he lost his favorite son. So that's where that ends, or it's kind of like a cliffhanger. And then after this, chapter 38 is kind of confusing. It's about Judah, which I think is just another brother of Joseph, if I'm not mistaken. But he basically has like a child. He basically marries a girl. He has 3 children, and one of them gets a wife. And basically, I think he displeases God, so he dies. And then Judah's like, all right, like to his other brother, he's like, all right, just take your dead brother's wife to continue his bloodline, basically. And his brother's like basically against it, so he just doesn't go, like he doesn't lay with his wife. It basically says that like he doesn't, like he lays his seed on the ground, so like he wastes his seed, if that makes sense. And God does not like that, so he dies as well. And then Judah hears about this, and he tells his daughter-in-law, which is, you know, the wife, the widow now, and he's like, just wait until my youngest son is old enough, and then you can marry him. And so basically, you know, she's a widow, and then she I kind of forget why she does this, but she like covers up her face and like basically pretends to be like a prostitute. And Judah, like her father-in-law, sees her, and he's like, sleep with me. And she's like, what are you gonna give me to sleep with me? Because she's, you know, a prostitute, or pretending to be. I mean, she's whatever. And he's like, I'll give you a sheep. And she's like, all right, well, give me something to, you know, kind of like confirm like that I have something of yours to give you back once you bring that sheep to me. And he's like, okay, what should I give you? And she's like, give me your like rope, like around your waist, your staff, and like something else. And he's like, okay, so he gives it to her. And basically, word gets, he sleeps with her, gets her pregnant, and then 3 months later, someone tells him, he's like, your daughter-in-law is pregnant. And he didn't know it was his daughter-in-law because she had like a thing over her, like her face was covered. And he's like, oh, hell no, bro, like bring her out here and let's burn her. And then, you know, when they bring her out, she's like, oh yeah, like whose stuff is this that I have? It's your stuff because I'm pregnant by your child. And he's like, oh, wow, that's crazy. So he's like, she's in the right, I'm in the wrong, and they stopped having relations. And you know, that's kind of where that ends out. But yeah, I'm excited to read about what happens to Joseph after he gets sold into Egypt. It's probably gonna be like a crazy comeback story. But yeah, I have a lot more to like yap about, but I'll just talk about it when I'm eating dinner, because I'm hungry and it's already like 6:30. So I want to eat this, go to the gym, and then come back and yeah, be done with that. So thank you for listening. All right. It's time for the last meal. Here's the macros for the last meal. Also, yeah, so what I wanted to talk about was, so I used to use this protein. I'll put a picture of it. And I liked it because this, like, one serving of it was 2 scoops. But recently, I got this one. This big bag from Costco. And that one, the serving size is 1 scoop. So I was like, maybe I can use the scoop from the old one and it'll equal like half of that serving. And it kind of did. So I'm just using the old scoop on that one to just like maintain like the same, so I don't have to use like a big ass scoop or like try and like find the perfect half of the big scoop, if you know what I mean. Like I can just use the old scoop and then just continue doing what I'm doing. Yeah, so I have ground beef and potatoes. Again, I have one more day of potatoes tomorrow and then it's back to sweet potatoes, but after this, I'm gonna get on with my friend and we're gonna play the new Overwatch season. And I'll probably stream, but oh yeah, I'm like low-key tired. But yeah, low-key, my friend put me onto a new strat for parking that I don't want to really reveal. Well, no one's gonna watch this. Basically, I park at his apartment and then take the bus from there, so that I don't have to wait like 7 million hours to find a parking spot and just circle the parking lot for like an hour every morning. Or I might just like literally show up at like 6 a.m. and just wait there until my class starts. But yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. This morning I was 147 pounds flat. So I forgot to mention that in the very beginning of this video, but it's fine. All right, here's the total macros for the day. And I think that's it for today. Today was a good day, day 10, double digits. And yeah, I will see y'all tomorrow. If you're watching this, thank you. And yeah, goodbye.